Good evening, everyone. We're going to begin now. Welcome to the 2024 Wayne Hills Scholarship and Honors Award Night. Yeah, a lot of clapping. There'll be a lot of clapping tonight. If you don't know me, my name is Mr. Ruick. I am the principal here, and I'm proud to share this night with you both as an administrator and as a parent. First, I'd like to thank Mr. Bender and Ms. Halpern for putting all this together tonight. I'd also like to thank our guests here, Assistant Superintendent Donna Reichman, our Director of Secondary Ed, Mr. Mignanelli, and our Board of Ed members, Ms. Wentink, Ms. Lamandry, and Ms. Rigoloso. Each year, this is one of my favorite nights because simply this is where all of you are being recognized for simply being you. The hard worker, the leader, the team player, the artist, the linguist, the person of character, the musician, the gym class hero, perhaps, and so many other wonderful characteristics that you provide to our school. These awards come from your teachers, your community, local businesses, and community leaders. Tonight, we are giving out over $80,000 in financial rewards for being uniquely you, including nearly $30,000 from our own PTO and PTO Council. So with that said, this year we had an incredible opportunity from some of our alumni. And they came to the WEF. If you don't know what that is, that's the Wayne Educational Foundation, which runs a camp every summer. Don't forget to sign up. And they made contact with two brothers, who I'm going to introduce shortly here. And they wish to give back to our community here at Wayne Hills. And you're going to hear some fabulous things from them. I'd like to bring up Eric Epstein and Michael Epstein, along with Karen Marin.
Well, the last time I was here 39 years ago, I definitely was not wearing glasses, and I had a full head of hair like everyone else up here. Good evening. It's a true pleasure being at Wayne Hills High School. I'm Eric Epstein, and with my brother, Michael, we are honored to establish the Eric and Michael Epstein Scholarship and Scholars Program. It is amazing that this is the first time I've actually been inside the high school since 1985. Over the past few years, my brother and I reflected quite a bit of our upbringing in Wayne and what our education meant to our family. It clearly shaped the people we are today. Wayne is an amazing town with a great sense of community. As I continue to grow in my career, I always said I was just a kid from Wayne. The Epstein Scholars is about paying it forward to the next generation of business leaders, doctors, scientists, engineers, public servants, teachers, and many other areas of expertise. My brother and I have a goal of giving many young, talented students who demonstrated outstanding academics, leadership, integrity, drive, citizenship within their community, school, and home. First, I'd like to thank Superintendent Toback for introducing me to Karen Marin, the president of the Wayne Education Foundation. Karen is a really special person who puts the needs of Wayne education at the forefront. Michael and I could not have gotten this scholarship off the ground without her leadership, passion, and a great sense of Wayne Hills High School. Karen, amazing. We also would like to thank the great Bruce Keogh, who could not be here tonight, who is a committee member and has been an amazing consigliere during this process. We received 44 applications in our first year of the scholarship program. We would like to thank our thanks to all 44 Wayne Hills students who applied for this award. Lastly, Michael and I would like to thank our parents for understanding the values of working hard, a sense of community, understanding how to be a leader, the value of higher education, and giving us an amazing upbringing. Honestly, for us, we are honored that my father is here tonight to attend this event. Lastly, when I started this with Michael, we planned on giving one $20,000 scholarship over 4 years. It was such an incredible application pool. This year, we gave 3 $20,000 scholarships and 4 additional scholarships that Karen will describe in a minute. Our first recipient is attending Rutgers University, New Brunswick, where he will be studying aerospace engineering and computer science. It's my great pleasure to award the Epstein Scholarship to Baslin Assad. All right, we had to do an edit for this one tonight because our second recipient was going to go to Cornell, but he found out 2 days ago he's going to RPI, where they will be in the 7-year physician scientist program. It's my great pleasure to award the Epstein Scholarship to Angad Singh. The good news is our third recipient decided to still go to Cornell University with a focus on computer science and biological sciences pre-med. It's my great pleasure to award the Epstein Scholarship to Ishan Sinha. Congratulations to all 3 of you. Your hard work, dedication, and achievements have truly set you apart. I can attest you're so much more impressive than I was when I graduated high school. And we look forward to you becoming Epstein Scholars and working with the next generation of Wayne Hills High School students. We wish you continued success in your academic and personal endeavors, and I know for sure our whole goal is to be part of your life for many, many years to come. I'll just turn it quickly over to my brother, Michael. Thank you.
I know how special this night is for the remaining students and the parents. I remember sitting on this stage in 1989 and how much it meant to me, how much the fabric of this school meant to me and this community. My brother summed it up, so I don't want to take too much time, but he hit home with my father, who's 83 years old, is here today. He instilled in us the value of education, hard work, as did my mother, who passed away in 2015, but we know she loved coming to this school, cheering us on as students and our friends on as students, which was really important. And she was just a huge part of our life, and I know she's really proud of us and our 3 recipients. And I don't want to take any more time, but I just want to congratulate the whole senior class. We saw so many impressive students that applied to us. We were so moved, and we look forward to keeping our involvement in the community after being away for many years, and continuing to grow with the Epstein Scholars and creating a big network of other students who are going to give back. And I just wanted to congratulate our 3 and congratulate all the parents of students who are winning other awards tonight. It's a really special time, and congratulations.
Good evening, everyone. Well, that was so exciting. Thank you both for your kind words. My name is Karen Marin, and I'm the president of the Wayne Education Foundation. I know so many of these kids on stage here. Some of them have been to our camp over the years. Some of them have volunteered as counselors, so this is a very exciting night. I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to Mr. Ruick, Wayne Hill's outstanding principal, for his unwavering dedication to and advocacy for his students, faculty, and organizations like the Wayne Education Foundation. The WEF is dedicated to supporting educational initiatives and providing summer camp programs, entrepreneurial programs, and scholarships to students in the Wayne community. We strive to bridge the funding gaps in education, ensuring that all students have access to programs and opportunities that inspire and prepare them for a bright future. On behalf of the WEF board, staff, and faculty, Congratulations to all scholarship and award recipients tonight. Thank you also to the parents, teachers, and administrators. We all know it takes a village. Give yourselves a round of applause. So in addition to the 3 scholarships that Eric and Michael just awarded, we identified 4 additional finalists who truly stood out. They will receive a 1-year award funded by the Wayne Education Foundation and the Epstein family in the amount of $3,000 each. I want to sincerely thank Eric and Michael and their families for their generosity, time, effort, and steadfast commitment to giving back to the Wayne Hills Patriots. Woohoo! Go Patriots. So we're going to, I'm going to hand this off to Michael. It is with great pride and honor that I present these 4 scholarship awards in no particular order to these impressive Wayne Hills students. Heading off to Notre Dame in the fall to study environmental engineering, please put your hands together for Aditharam Balaji. Congratulations. Attending Cornell University to study civil engineering, let's hear it for Julie Bay. Woo! Congratulations. Our next recipient is off to RPI to study biomedical engineering. Please give a round of applause for Pratham Kumar. Woo! Congratulations. And finally, heading to Ohio State University to study psychology, it gives me great pleasure to award the final WEF Epstein Scholarship to Rebecca Simon Wainick. Woo! Congratulations. Congratulations to all the recipients. Have a good evening.
Wow, that's a heck of a start. Thank you so much. And of course, Eric, anytime you want to tour the school, outside of school hours, we'll make that happen for sure, so you don't be a stranger. The next award is the Amanda Neufeld Memorial Scholarship for Female Leaders, presented by Mr. Dan DeFeo and Miss Julie DeFeo. How about that? Oh, here they are. No? Oh, okay. They are not here. It's just Mr. Bender. And the winner of the Amanda Neufeld Memorial Scholarship for Female Leaders is Maria Leo. All right, there you go. The next award is the APT Kali Alumni Scholarship presented by Ms. Jen Soltis and Ms. Heather Obertlich. I think it's a good idea. And your winner is Ethan Russ. The next scholarship is the Bethany Community Scholarship presented by Mr. Mark Fermi and Pastor Moses Choi.
Good evening, friends and family, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Moses Choi. I'm currently serving as the youth pastor at Bethany Church of New Jersey. And I'd like to just personally congratulate all of the recipients here tonight. And we'll just have a short word from Mr. Fermi as well before.
I just want to thank the students and all the parents here, and I'm one of the lay elders at the Bethany Church for the EM congregation.
So with that, it is with my pleasure and honor to give the Bethany Community Scholarship for John November.
Thank you. Oh, is this yours? Our next award is the Coldwell Banker Associate Scholarship presented by Ms. Patty Tahan. Seem to have lost Mr. Bender. So, I think we're going to move on to our next scholarship. This next scholarship is the Cynthia Niz Giggle and Grow Early Childhood Education Scholarship presented by Ms. Barbara Michelson.
It is truly a great honor to be here this evening, and I do wish congratulations to everybody here. My name is Barbara Michelson. I'm the director of Giggle and Grow Preschool in Wayne. My mom passed away in 2022, and she was my biggest supporter and always told me to reach for my dreams, and that is why I started a nonprofit child care center here in Wayne. So it gives me great honor to award this scholarship to someone else who's going to pursue early childhood education and reach, hopefully, for her dreams. This is for Ariana Mariani.
Our next scholarship is the Evelyn Miller Memorial Scholarship. Mr. Bender, are you here? Aha. Could you leave those up here? Thank you. Oh, we got a nice little note with this one. And the winner of the Evelyn Miller Memorial Scholarship is Amanda Neese. Somebody will take a picture of you. Parents need pictures. What can I tell you? The next award is the Healthcare Scholarship Fund. And the winner of that scholarship is Isabella Bernier. All right, we're going to go back to the Coldwell Banker Associate Scholarship. And the winner of this scholarship is Will LeBron. We'll get it to you. All right. The next scholarship is the Henry Allenbach Memorial Scholarship presented by Miss Debbie Mahoney.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Debbie Mahoney, and I'm honored to present the Henry Allenbach Memorial Scholarship on behalf of my dear friends Dave and Chrissy Allenbach, who now reside in Naples, Florida. I had the pleasure of working closely with Dave as my building principal for several years at Anthony Wayne Middle School until his retirement in 2022. They sadly lost their young son nearly 5 years ago to a form of brain cancer called medulloblastoma. Henry was a wonderful little boy with a lot of inner strength. He loved to be a good friend and helper and loved making others happy. His infectious giggle and kind heart made everyone who interacted with him feel loved and seen. Even during his toughest days of being treated with radiation and chemotherapy or recovering from one of his many surgeries, Henry remained full of love and empathy for others, and he always found his smile every single day. The Wayne Township School District was an exceptional support for Henry and his family during their incredibly difficult struggle. Anyone who was a student, parent, teacher, or an administrator in the 2019 school year may recall the many, many Hope for Henry events that were organized to help this special boy. Dave, Chrissy, Charlie, and Joey, Henry's brothers, who are now about to turn 24, by the way, have never forgotten these gestures from the Wayne Schools community to help keep their family together. Henry passed away in December of 2019 at the young age of 8, after 11 months of treatment. Dave, Chrissy, and his brothers Charlie and Joe miss him dearly. Soon after his passing, his family created Henry's Loving Team, a nonprofit to help other children and families struggling with pediatric cancer. They also felt very strongly that Henry's legacy should be continued by recognizing graduating seniors who demonstrate the characteristics that others saw in Henry and that Henry always saw in his twin brothers, who had just graduated high school a few months before Henry's cancer diagnosis. Those are kindness, empathy, and friendship. It is my very great honor to present the Henry Allenbach Memorial Scholarship to our very kind, empathetic, and friendly Ava Ruick.
Our next scholarship is a Jason De La Osa Foundation Scholarship presented by Mr. and Mrs. Arthur and Reina De La Osa.
Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to make this presentation. My name is Arthur De La Osa, with a full head of hair. I'm here with my wife, Reina, as the founders of the Jason De La Osa Foundation, which was formed in 2016 in honor of our late son, Jason, who perished in a motorcycle accident in June 2015. Our family is extremely honored to be part of this ceremony and celebrating the achievements of our students here today. First of all, let's offer congratulations to all the scholarship students. They deserve a round of applause. It is gratifying to be part of this ceremony. As a parent of three children, we are constantly bombarded with information about kids in trouble. But it's these young adults, adult students, such as those that are here today, who give us all lasting hope for the future. And for that, we congratulate you. The Jason De La Osa Foundation, over the past 8 years, has awarded scholarships to students from the Wayne community through our annual motorcycle charity event. This year's event will be held on June 15th at the American Legion Post in Wayne, New Jersey, and all are welcome to attend. Our foundation is dedicated to helping these young people succeed both personally and professionally, and will continue to support these vital education and scholarship programs. It is my pleasure to present the scholarship to such a deserving individual on behalf of the Jason De La Osa Foundation. Thank you once again for allowing me to participate in your ceremony, and more importantly, for giving me the opportunity, my wife and I, the opportunity to provide help and recognition to such a great young scholar student. Joseph Masson, please come forward to accept the scholarship award on behalf of the Jason De La Osa Foundation.
Next up is our Jerome A. Pinsky Scholarship, sponsored by the Wayne Rotary Foundation, presented by Miss Ernesta Parisi.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Dr. Ernesta Parisi Coppola. I'm here representing the Wayne Rotary Club and Foundation. Wayne Rotary was founded in 1958, and it's part of a worldwide organization of business and professional leaders who support many local organizations and other causes. Rotary members volunteer locally, regionally, and internationally to combat hunger, improve health and sanitation, provide education and job training, promote peace, and eradicate polio under the motto, service above self. I'm here to present the Jerome Pinsky Scholarship Award. He was a public accountant from Pompton Lakes and a past president of the Wayne Rotary Club. Mr. Pinsky was the embodiment of what Rotary meant and still means today. It is in his memory that we award this $1,000 scholarship to Samuel Dorfman.
Next up is the Jonathan Goldstein Memorial Athletic Scholarship, presented by Ms. Ventimiglia.
It is my honor to, having been a friend of John Goldstein, to present this award on behalf of his mom, who could not be here tonight, and his family. I don't know how many of you ever remember, or anybody in the audience who remembered Coach Goldie. He was the life of this building. He was a patriot through and through. He coached football, both here at Hills and through the Wayne PAL. He coached basketball, girls and boys. He coached golf. He coached softball. He unfortunately passed away suddenly, not long after walking off a basketball court, leaving literally everything he had with the students of Wayne Hills. And from that sad moment that we all went through, we established, through his family, through the football boosters, through fundraising, through his friends, the Jonathan Goldstein Memorial Athletic Scholarship to honor students who are student athletes, good students, and show the qualities and characteristics of being a true patriot. We remember John through this, but we remember John every single day because he really was, you know, what it meant to be Wayne Hills, and he didn't even go here. So it is my great privilege and honor to present this to Adrian Avella and Bijou Ko.
Next scholarship is the Carney Bank Foundation Scholarship, and the winner is Harris Naheeth. Harris is not here, so we're going to move on to the next one. The Lakeland Bank Scholarship is presented by Mr. Kenneth Partika.
Good evening. Lakeland Bank has hosted its annual golf scholarship outing for the last 50 years, and over that time we've awarded over $3 million to local students pursuing a higher education. In 2023 alone, we raised more than $200,000, allowing us to award over 140 scholarships to local students in 2024. So it's with great pleasure that this year's recipient is Baslin Assad. Thank you.
Next is the Lieberman Family Scholarship, and the winner is Ariana Array. The Maria Costanzo Di Benedetto Art Scholarship is presented by Mr. Martin Di Benedetto and Miss Laura Stinziano.
Good evening. Good evening, and congratulations to all of the students on their amazing achievements and all of their proud families and friends. Tonight is a special night, as a student among us will be the very first recipient of the Maria Costanzo Di Benedetto Art Scholarship. Our foundation was formed this year in memory of Maria, my wife and Laura's sister, who sadly passed away last year after courageously battling uterine cancer. As a Wayne Hills student, Maria was involved in various artistic activities, including designing the yearbook cover during her senior year in 1983. A graduate of the Fashion Institute of Technology, Maria's career included cosmetics and fragrances, package design, and other creative pursuits. Beyond her work, Maria's effortless, everyday creativity added an artistic sparkle to everything she did, and her big heart, contagious smile, and deep faith brought joy to everyone she touched.
Our foundation builds on Maria's creative way of life while fulfilling her aspiration to increase awareness of gynecological cancers and ensure women are getting regular checkups. In addition to funding creative public education projects and providing artwork to brighten hospital cancer treatment areas, we are also pleased to offer assistance to students pursuing artistic and creative studies at the university level. Maria would be really delighted to know that the very first recipient of this scholarship in her name will be attending University of the Arts to study animation. Please join us in congratulating Jessica McMonigal.
The Michael Lafredo Senior Memorial Scholarship goes to Evelina Samala. The Mr. and Mrs. Howard Mark Memorial Scholarship goes to Callie Ang. You have to stop if you're getting an award. The Mountain Broadcasting Corporation Scholarship winner goes to Ms. Jalen James. Next up is our Pines Lake Women's Club Scholarship, presented by the Pines Lake Women's Club representative.
Good evening. My name is Rashmi Dakne, and I represent the Pines Lake Women's Club in Wayne. Our club welcomes all women over 18 to join us as we volunteer our time and effort to serve our community. I would like to acknowledge and congratulate all the students here tonight for all your hard work, and to all your parents and families who have supported and encouraged you. It is my honor to present our scholarship to the Wayne Hills graduate, Sasha Abramsky.
Next is our Richard D. Irk 21st Century Leadership Scholarship, presented by Ms. Alexis Ruick.
Hi,
Hi, everybody. Alexis Ruick here. I'm presenting the Richard Irk Scholarship Award given by John F. Kennedy School PTO. Richard Irk was an example of an outstanding principal and leader in the elementary school. My daughter Ava, son Jack, attended and graduated from this elementary school, as did a lot of the students' faces that I see here. And my son Alec is just about to. I can't say enough great things about JFK and about the former principal, Richard Irk, who this scholarship is named after, as well as the principal now, Colleen Myers. They're mentors and leaders. So this scholarship is near and dear to my heart. The criteria was you must be a JFK Elementary School alumni, involved in extracurricular activities, and exhibit leadership in high school activities. I'm proud to present this to an outstanding student, one I've known since she was 4 years old. She certainly meets the above criteria, and you can add kind and sweet, and I emphasize she is someone who is a woman exhibiting leadership. Please come forward, Jaden Nisenson.
Thank you, Mrs. Ruick. The next scholarship is the Rocco Civilella Scholarship presented by Ms. Paula Corrieri and Mr. Anthony Civilella.
Good evening. It's a pleasure to be here tonight. My name is Paula Corrieri, and this is definitely not Anthony Civilella. He could not be here tonight. This is my niece, Ava Yanuzzi, who was on this very stage just last year receiving her own scholarship. This is our second year presenting the Rocco Civilella Scholarship. For those unfamiliar, Rocco is my 15-year-old son who was a freshman at Wayne Valley when he was diagnosed with AML, acute myeloid leukemia, in January of 2022. Rocco's battle came to an end just 4 short months later. This scholarship is our way of keeping Rocco's legacy alive and giving back to a community that fought so hard alongside of Rocco. Tonight's recipient embodies many of the same qualities that Rocco had and really impressed me with their essay, the programs that they've initiated and worked on over the last few years. I'm nearly 50 and I'm nowhere close to what this person has done. I am honored to present this scholarship to Ishan Sinha.
The St. Gobain 2024 scholarship goes to Christina Chen. The Spencer Savings Scholarship goes to Cole Garolis Bechtold. Next is the Suzanne Kransky Memorial Scholarship presented by Ms. Jamie Kransky and Ms. Sarah Willard.
The Suzanne Kransky Memorial Scholarship was started in loving memory of her mom, who worked in the Wayne Public Schools for 21 years. She was a supervisor of health services and the school nurse at Schuyler Colfax School prior to that. 4 years ago, while helping prepare the district for the pandemic, she contracted COVID and succumbed to the virus during the first wave, passing away in May 2020. We started the scholarship fund and continue to award it because education and health services were extremely important to her mom. Creating this scholarship has been a way to honor her memory. The chosen student must be planning to study nursing or medicine and have demonstrated a commitment to enhancing the well-being of the community through service and leadership during their high school years.
This year's recipient is the varsity fencing captain and holds membership to many national honor societies. Volunteer work is extremely important to this recipient. He raised thousands of dollars for extreme spinal deformity in India and volunteered with patients in pediatrics and pulmonology departments. He has conducted extensive research in bioinformatics and has been published in the Journal of Neurosurgery. He will be attending RPI and Albany Medical College 7-year accelerated program studying pre-med and finance. As a graduate of the Wayne School System, I am honored to award this scholarship to Angad Singh. Congratulations. Congratulations.
The Van N. Rapalji Memorial Scholarship is presented to two students, Gianna Bernier and Kyle Wojciechowski. Next up, the Vivekananda Vidyapith Service Award is presented by a representative from this organization.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Lalita Krishnan, and I'm a volunteer teacher at Vivekananda Vidyapith. It's a Hindu house of worship and an academy that provides value-based, character-building education to students. Located just here at 20 Hinchman Avenue, Vidyapith has been serving the Wayne community for over 30 years. Prayer, respect for all beings, and service to all are the three foundational pillars of our educational program. From kindergarten through 12th grade, our students learn the value of prayer and meditation, love for humanity, respect for nature, reverence for all religions, and finally, service to their community. To encourage and nurture love for community service among high school students, Vivekananda Vidyapith has been presenting a service award to a graduating senior from each of the two Wayne high schools. We hope this inspires high school students to care for their community and motivates them to serve to the best of their abilities. Before I announce the name of this year's recipient at Wayne Hills, I would like to appreciate the effort of each and every student here today who made the effort to serve their community in various ways with dedication and applied for this award. And now, on behalf of all of our members and the trustees of Vivekananda Vidyapith, I am proud to present the Vivekananda Vidyapith Service Award to Ms. Olivia Galambos. Olivia is headed to Penn State University in the fall for further studies. Congratulations and best wishes, Olivia, and congratulations to all the 2024 high school graduates. Thank you and namaste.
Thank you. Next up is the Wayne Board of Education Retiree Scholarship presented by Miss Marianne Gaynor. Hi, nice to see you again.
Good evening, Mr. Ruick, Wayne Hills staff, honored students, families, and friends. I am Marianne Gaynor, Vice President of the Board of Education Wayne Retirees, comprised of teachers, administrators, custodial, secretarial, and support staff. We cared for the students of Wayne schools when we were involved in our jobs each day, and we continue to care for the students of Wayne schools in our retirement. Our scholarship fund is raised solely with our dues. This year, we are awarding a $1,000 scholarship at Wayne Hills and a $1,000 scholarship at Wayne Valley to students who will major in education in college. This year, the Wayne Hills recipient is a young woman who has combined academics and community service as a student. She will be attending Montclair State University Honors College, majoring in English and jurisprudence and minoring in Arabic and religion. The Wayne Retirees Scholarship is awarded to Miriam Awad. Congratulations, Miriam.
Thank you, Ms. Gaynor. Next up is the Wayne Council PTO's scholarships, presented by Ms. Nympha Sykes.
Good evening. My name is Nympha Sykes, and I am with the Wayne Council of PTOs. I would like to first thank Mr. Wiewick and the entire Wayne Hills administration for inviting the PTO Council to be part of this wonderful celebration. The Wayne Council of PTOs oversees all individual school PTOs, and one of our main focuses is to raise money to support scholarship for both high schools. We raise money through programs like the Browse and Shop and money that is donated from the entire PTO community. This year, we were able to donate a total of $37,000 in scholarships for this, and this money will be split between both high schools. Your students' accomplishments coming in and out of classrooms are very impressive. We are very honored to be part of this special evening and look forward to recognizing the graduates. Tonight, we are honored to give out the following scholarships. Our scholarship recipients must be a paid PTO family for all 4 years of high school. Each award recipient must be planning to continue his or her education at a college, university, specialized school, or a 2-year career or technical school. Our first scholarship is the academic scholarship. With this award goes to the student who has shown academic excellence and must be a GPA over 4.0. The recipient receiving this scholarship will be attending the University of Illinois. Vivek LeMay. Our next few scholarships are for students that have shown academic excellence, show qualities of leadership, commitment, volunteerism, and a sense of caring for their school and community. This year, we have 4 achievement scholarships. Attending Ohio State is Michael Brogno. Congratulations. Attending UMass, Elizabeth Colloquian. Sorry, Colloquian. Congratulations. Attending Binghamton University is Nadia Warobetz. Attending Westchester University, Victoria Krago. The next recipient will receive a leadership scholarship and will be attending the College of New Jersey, Miranda Hahn. Next are our community scholarships, and I have 3. Attending the University of Connecticut is Moksha Madapuru. Congratulations. Attending Rowan University is Colin Graves. Congratulations. attending Rensselaer Polytech Institute, Ryan Cioletti. Our next few awards will be students attending their studies in specific fields. In career and technical vocations, this student will be attending Montclair State University, Sean Consiglio. Congratulations. In business, this student will be attending Rutgers University, Michael Chen. In performing arts, the student will be attending Rutgers University, Summer Sripada. In science and medicine, this student will be attending Rutgers University, Olivia Heller. In visual arts and technology, this student will be attending Rutgers University, Kevin Hart. In engineering, the student will be attending University of Maryland, Trevor Smith. In liberal arts, the student will be attending Carnegie Mellon, Radha Pingle. In education, the student will be attending High Point University, Juliana Lombardo. Our next award is the Special Achievement Scholarship. This student will be attending Stockton University, Sean Paris. Our next award is the PTO Recognition Scholarship. This student will be attending the College of New Jersey, Justin Wojciechowski. Our last award is the WSPA Special Achievement Scholarship. This student will be attending Ramapo College, John McMonigal. On behalf of the Wayne Council of PTOs, congratulations to all the recipients. We wish them great success in years to come. Thank you.
Next up is the Wayne Hills Football Booster Club Scholarship presented by Coach Wayne Demikoff. There you go, Coach.
Good evening. First, I'd like to congratulate all the recipients on the stage, and to all you parents here, you must be very proud. It's just a remarkable group of kids, and their accomplishments are well deserved to be celebrated. So I congratulate you all and wish you the best in the future. This is the first time the Booster Club has offered scholarships to a few of our players. And you know, when you think about what it means in our program to play football, we talk about time, effort, and sacrifice. And these two recipients certainly put the time in, not only on the field They put the time in the classroom and in school. We talk about effort, okay? The effort that they put into their studies, into helping out in the community, and certainly the effort that they put forth on the field in practice and in games. And sacrifice. You know, anytime any athlete plays a sport, there's a certain degree of sacrifice that they have in their social lives. They certainly have done that. They sacrificed for their teammates. And these two recipients, I think, embody what the scholarship is all about. You know, very proud of both of them for all that they've done for their teammates, for the community and school. It's with a great deal of pleasure that I announce this year's winners, Rob Leskowitz and Tom Kick.
The Wayne Hills Jason De La Osa Boys Scholarship goes to Edward Hughes. I'd like to invite up our PTO presidents, Ms. Jennifer Thompson and Ms. Rania Verokwa.
Good evening. I'm Jennifer Thompson. This is Rania Verokwa, and we are the Wayne Hills PTO presidents for the 2023-24 school year. Rania and I are honored to be here tonight to present the Wayne Hills PTO scholarships. We would like to thank all parents for your support and participation with the PTO over the past 4 years. To all the students, we are so proud of all your achievements throughout your high school career. Tonight, the Wayne Hills PTO is giving out $7,000 in scholarships. We are able to do this through various fundraisers throughout the year. One of the major activities we do is sell spiritware. We love that everyone is excited to show their school spirit and continue to purchase items throughout the year. The last sale of the year just ended, and we had the fun opportunity to work with students from the Marketing 2 classes. These students designed the logos and decided on what items to sell. Another way we fundraise is by having the school store open every day after school. This is a convenient way for the kids to grab a snack or drink before their after-school meetings or before practice. The school store is run by parent volunteers who manage the school store daily from after school to 3 p.m. This is a great opportunity for parents to give a little bit of their time, and it is so appreciated.
To be a PTO scholarship recipient, families must have been paid PTO members all 4 years of high school. And each student must be intending to continue their education at a college, university, or career or technical school. We are proud to announce the following scholarship recipients. Our first 2 scholarships go to students who have had over 100 hours of community service. The first student plans on attending the University of Washington in the fall. Please congratulate Brandon Carroll.
Our next community service recipient, who also had over 100 hours of community service, will be attending the University of Michigan in the fall. Congratulations, Natalie Marzano.
For the next scholarships, these 3 students had over 50 hours of community service. In no particular order, we start with a student attending Seton Hall University next year. Congratulate Michael Altieri.
The next student receiving this award also had over 50 hours of community service and will be attending Caldwell University. Congratulations, Sean Mobius.
Finally, the third student with over 50 hours of community service receiving this award will be attending High Point University in the fall. Congratulations, Julia Fitzsimmons.
The following 9 students will be receiving Wayne Hills PTO Academic Awards. The first academic award goes to a student attending the University of Arizona. Congratulations, Gavin Garolis Bechtold.
The next academic scholarship goes to a student attending Rutgers University. Please congratulate Anya Hogan.
The following recipient is attending Loyola University in the fall. Please congratulate Matthew Thompson.
The next student to receive this award will be attending Fairleigh Dickinson University. Congratulations, Rachel Fenn.
Our next academic award goes to a student going to Rutgers University. Please congratulate Anais Olensky.
The following recipient for this award is a student heading to Seton Hall University. Congratulations, Angelica Castillo.
This student will be attending Sacred Heart University in the fall. The next academic award goes to Isabella Torelli.
Our next recipient will be attending Drew University. Congratulations, Tala.
And our final academic award tonight is going to a student who will be attending the University of Rhode Island. Please congratulate Kayla DeToro. Congratulations. That is all for the Wayne Hills PTO this evening. It has been an honor for us to serve the Wayne Hills community, and we wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you, ladies, and thank you to the Wayne Hills PTO. Next up is the Wayne Hills Wrestling Booster Club Scholarship, presented by Coach Brian Basil.
Good evening. It's with great pleasure and pride that I stand before you today on behalf of the Patriot Pride Wrestling Booster Club to present 2 outstanding individuals with scholarships for their exemplary dedication, leadership, and unwavering commitment to Wayne Hills Wrestling. These 2 wrestlers are the epitome of what it takes to be successful both on the mat and in life. Today, we celebrate their hard work. It's our hope that these scholarships will serve as a testament to your dedication and provide you with the support you need to continue pursuing your dreams next year in college. Never forget the lessons you learned wrestling and bring them into your everyday lives moving forward. Our first recipient, who will be attending the University of Delaware, is Ashton Fava. Our second recipient, who will be attending Montclair State University, is Justin Higuera. Again, the Booster Club and your coaches are extremely proud of all that you two have done for the program, and I thank you for representing Wayne Hills Wrestling with honor and integrity. Good night.
And what a year the wrestling team did have. Thanks to Coach. Next up, Wayne Lions Club Scholarship, presented by Mr. John Taggart.
Good evening, everyone. And first, congratulations to all the students here. My name is John Taggart, and I'm on the board of directors of the Wayne Lions Club. And our motto is "We serve." And our mission is to serve the blind, the handicapped, sight impaired, and most recently, juvenile diabetes, which is on the rise. But with technology and donations and scholarships, we're making a lot of inroads into finding cures and so forth. But what's interesting with Wayne Hills in particular, we have what is known as a LEO's organization, which are really junior lions that help out with community service. And interestingly enough, one of your own wonderful teachers, Jessica Fishman, is on the board of directors with us, serving as an advisor to the Wayne Hills Leos. And what I find really fascinating is that Wayne Hills has, if not the most, close to the most Leos in any club in the country. Right now, I believe there's active roughly 100 or a little bit more. And one of the things that the Leos have done over the years is go up to Camp Marcella, which is the only camp for blind and sight-impaired people in the state of New Jersey. And in the fall, I was up there giving them hot chocolate, but they were out there raking leaves, bundling leaves, freezing in the cold, and getting the camp ready for the winter, only to come back in the spring to paint the cabins, clean the swimming pool, get the camp ready, and so forth. So it's a lot of work that the Leos do, working with the Lions, and it certainly gives me great pleasure to present this scholarship this year on behalf of the Wayne Lions to Lauren Stachel. Lauren. Congratulations, Lauren. Okay, thank you.
I'd like to bring up our SRO, Detective Foster, to present the Wayne PBA Scholarship.
Good evening. On behalf of the Wayne PBA Local 136, I would like to present this scholarship to Olivia Gialinella. Thank you.
Now I'd like to call up the representative from the Unico Scholarship to present that award. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Rocco Galata, a proud member and vice president of the Wayne chapter of Unico National. Unico is an Italian-American organization whose focus is on heritage and charity. Unico has chapters like ours nationally and is the largest Italian-American service organization in the country. Here in Wayne, we focus on our community. Over the past 13 years, we have donated over $100,000 to people and causes in our community. We strive to educate the younger generation about our Italian heritage which is why this scholarship is very important to us. The criteria for the scholarship is being A, Italian descent, a decent, certain GPA, Italian classes within school, and sports-minded or club involvement. Today, I'm here to present the Wayne Unico Scholarship to Emily Scrobel. Thank you, and I'm really proud to stand in front of these fine young women and gentlemen for the class of 2024. Parents must be very proud. I'd like to give them a big round of applause. Thank you.
Now we move to part 2, which is the Academic Recognition Awards. And with that, I'd like to present to you our Wayne Hills Valedictorian Award to Mr. Angad Singh. And now for our Salutatorian Award, that goes to Ishan Sinha. I'd like to invite up now Ms. Schlesier to present the Wayne Hills National Honor Society Character Award and Leadership Award and National Honor Society Award.
Hi. I know most of you. I am Anna Schlesier. I'm a Wayne Hills educator and the advisor for the National Honor Society. The National Honor Society is composed of 148 juniors and seniors that meet the criteria for the 4 pillars, which are leadership, service, scholarship, and character. And so they go through a lengthy process to be selected and inducted. I am proud to present 4 with an award and scholarship from the National Honor Society. The first scholarship is going to a character award. I often get feedback from various organizations. We work a lot with the Wayne PTOs, providing volunteers, any type of service activity that they're going to need. This individual, I have gotten feedback from every single event, including the SDA, where they volunteered and ended up being a prop on stage for a little bit longer than they hoped. And so the character award is going to Carmine Aliotta. My second, yes, congrats, Carmen. My second award, the officers are nominated, or actually are run for election, and they are voted on based on the members vote for their president, vice president, credit officers, treasurer, and secretary. I was honored to have such a great group this year. They've been wonderful in organizing all of the different events. We've raised over $4,000 for various Wayne communities, such as the Wayne Shelter, Relay for Life, and we also are in charge of the Thanksgiving food baskets. We provide all the fresh food. So the National Honor Society has done an excellent job in raising money as part of their service, but I want to honor this recipient with the Leadership Award, and that goes to Emily Scrobel. I have congrats, Emily. I have 2 service awards here. They are both excellent in their own right. I could not choose between the both of them. So as part of the National Honor Society, they need to complete service credits in order to fulfill their National Honor Society requirements. I have 2 members here who have gone above and beyond, never asking if they've completed their credits. They just keep signing up and signing up and signing up and volunteering. And so they've done an excellent job. Our first is going to go to Vivek LeMay. And there we go. And our second service award is going to go to someone who always volunteers, never worries about how many credits, just keeps going and going and going, including sending me an email to say, hey, can I go to a quick dress fitting? I know you're shorthanded, and I know that you need some more help because we had some dates that got moved over and over again, but they had to go to a quick dress fitting, and then they showed up late. So thank you, Olivia Heller. Thank you.
I'd like to call up Ms. Jessica Fishman to present the Al Raffini Memorial Community Service Leo Award.
It's difficult to see out into the audience, but I imagine there might be some people here who actually graduated from Wayne Hills and perhaps even had Mr. Raffini as either a teacher or as a coach. I had him as my bowling coach, actually. But I remember even farther back than that, when I was in middle school, he used to come to our home to pick up newspapers with members of the National Honor Society. This was before recycling was a thing. And he felt that it was really important to provide community service opportunities and to save the earth. So in his memory, we honor him by presenting the Leo Club Community Service Award, dedicated to the memory of Al Raffini. This year's recipient is also the Leo Club's president this year. She's been an officer for 2 years prior to that and has been volunteering and showing leadership skills throughout her tenure in the Leo Club. She is going to be attending Stevens Institute of Technology, and I am very, very proud to call up Christina Chen. This is for you. This is for you. And this is for you from Stevens. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Fishman. I'd like to call up now our Scholastic Excellence Award representative from the U.S. Marine Corps, Sergeant Harrison.
The Scholastic Achievement Award is designed to recognize noteworthy academic achievement and leadership in high school students. Nominees are exemplary young citizens and role models for their peers. Recipients need not necessarily be straight-A students, but students who have shown the greatest degree of academic improvement over the past semester or year. This year's recipients are Brendan Carroll, and one more, and Rebecca Simon Wannick.
Next up, I'd like to invite up Mr. Rob Sardi to present the Unsung Hero Award.
Gotta lower this a little bit for myself. I'm honored to be here as the Wayne Education Association president to give out the Unsung Hero Award as well as the Wayne Education Association Future Service Award. I'm more honored that I was the 8th grade Skylar Colfax 2020 eighth grade advisor, because I get to see you guys succeed that we always knew that you could at Schuyler. And I do want to let you know that Ms. Gorman does say hi, and she's been texting, and she's so excited for all of you. So the first award that I will be presenting is the Unsung Hero Award. This award honors students in New Jersey who make outstanding contributions to their schools and communities that are usually often overlooked by other traditional student recognition programs. This is somebody who is dependable. This is somebody who you can always turn to. There was a Passaic County award ceremony, and Mr. Ruick did talk about this individual, and I'm actually genuinely concerned for the well-being of this school after this young man leaves this school. So Sean Mobius, can you please come up? Don't forget the, I got you. All right, the next one is the WA Future Service Scholarship. The scholarship is presented to a senior who plans on pursuing a career in the public sector, giving back to the community, whether it be a teacher, police officer, firefighter, or public employee. Recipients must be involved in at least 2 extracurricular activities, and at least 1 must include a community service component. When I told a lot of the teachers at Hills who the winner was, they were so excited. I've never seen a reaction. They thought that this student was so well-deserving, and I'm super honored to present this to Juliana Lombardo. I got you.
Thank you, Mr. Sardi. I'd like to bring up Mr. Steve Hopper to present the Automotive Education Award. And who's not here, and this will be presented by Ms. Stoffi.
Sorry to disappoint, I am clearly not Mr. Hopper. All right, at Wayne Hills, we are fortunate to have a robust technology program that offers students a host of opportunities to demonstrate excellence in a field they are passionate about. One field that our school has had tremendous success in is our National Automotive Technicians Education Foundation certified automotive program under the direction of Mr. Hopper. Mr. Hopper originally planned to be here, but his grandson was also celebrating an awards ceremony tonight, so he could not attend. On behalf of Mr. Hopper and all faculty who have enjoyed our high school ASE certified technicians, it is my pleasure to announce that the recipient of the Senior Award for Automotive Technology is Tyler Attinello. Go up there and take a big picture for your parents. Thank you. At this time, please welcome Ms. Daphna Garahy to the stage for our Business Department Award.
Good evening. Representing the Business Department of Mrs. Pyro and Mr. Hill and Mr. Peischel, we were clear this year that there was one person that we felt really was the deserving recipient of the Business Department Award. Person is Catherine Colucci. Just a quick little quote from all of us. From Mrs. Pyro, Catherine always goes above and beyond what's expected of her. From Mr. Hill, Catherine has a great ability to communicate effectively. She's concise and clear. Her communication style is both powerful and persuasive with peers and teachers. I see a bright future both academically and socially. From Mr. Peischel, knowing Catherine as a person, it's clear that she will be very successful in her future. And from me, Catherine, you are truly a shining star, 1 in a million. Your work ethic is exemplary, and I couldn't have asked for a better DECA president. I'm going to truly miss you. This is for you.
keys? No, Ms. Stoffi's keys, I'm sure. The next award is the Computer Aid Design Award, and that goes to Ms. Christina Chen. Oh, no. Oh, never mind. Ms. Duran is here to present that. My apologies. Well, now you know who won it. There you go.
All right, so we're gonna pretend that didn't happen. First of all, thank you to Ms. Stoffi for inviting me back so that I could be here to present this award. This year's CAT Award goes to a student who for the past 4 years has embraced technical challenges and made the effort to learn through each success as well as each failure. She has truly displayed the desire and the willingness to understand the differences between engineering and architecture. And this understanding has greatly influenced her choice to pursue engineering at my alma mater, Stevens Institute of Technology. I'm very proud to present this award to Christina Chen.
Christina Chen. I'd like to bring up one of our chefs here in the building, Mr. Mark Cedar, to present the Family and Consumer Sciences Culinary Award.
Good evening. There were several students who I considered for this award. In my class, we have some pillars as well. I call them the 3 C's: cooking, cleaning, and the curveball I throw in is costing. This student excelled in each of those this year. The Family and Consumer Science Award goes to Mr. Dean Wilkie.
I'd like to bring up Ms. Marina Cangelosi to present the Family and Consumer Sciences Child Development Award. Oh, there she is.
Good evening. Tonight I'd like to present the Child Development 3 Award, also known as Tomorrow's Teachers Program, to a young lady who, from the first day in the field, was thrown into the classroom. She's been commended by her cooperating teacher, her principal, and her peers for her engaging lessons, her classroom management. She's going to be a fine teacher one day. Juliana Lombardo.
Thank you, Ms. Cangelosi. Next up is Dr. Ben Glaz with the Fine Arts Award.
Thank you, Mr. Rook. On behalf of the arts faculty here, Ms. Tripp, Ms. Valero, and Ms. Peller, I'm pleased to award this year's Fine Arts Award to a student with extraordinary work ethic and talent. That would be John November.
I'd like to bring up Ms. Stoffi to present the Gordon Ryerson Photography Award and the Graphic Design Award.
Gordon Ryerson was a photography teacher at Wayne Hills High School for 33 years and deeply impacted the lives of many students. Mr. Ryerson was outstanding. He was more than a teacher preparing students for careers in the visual arts industry, but also a mentor and role model to all. The Gordon Ryerson Award is given annually to a student that has proven their dedication to being a mentor and role model in our photography program. The recipient of this award has taken initiative, gone above and beyond the curriculum, creating images that have a positive impact on the school and community. She has helped bring our photo program to the next level. She has volunteered countless hours over the summer, after school, and even during her study periods to create images, posters, and projects. This year's recipient clearly embodies all that Mr. Ryerson stood for, and we hope she continues to inspire others through photography. It is my pleasure to announce Sophia Peterson as this year's recipient of the Gordon Ryerson Photography Award. Go ahead, go right up there, right by the flowers. There we go. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you. All right, next is our Graphic Design Award. Each year, Ms. Knoll recognizes students that demonstrate strong conceptual and design skills and are career-ready for the field of art or graphic design. This year's recipient has demonstrated superior creativity and career readiness. It is my pleasure and honor to congratulate Dalia Abu Habda with the Graphic Design Award. Congratulations. Go up there and take a picture. Make everyone happy. Okay. Every year we take this time to honor the accomplishments of our incredible yearbook students. The students put in countless hours in and out of school to make it the best representation of the school year and our school community. Thank you and congratulations to this year's award recipient, Jalen James. I'll do TV then. Yeah. Congratulations, sweetheart. Turn around, take a picture, make everyone happy. Sorry, I'm torturing them with the pictures. All right, television production. It gives me great pleasure on behalf of Mr. Hookstraight to induct 2 new members tonight into the Wayne Hills TV Hall of Fame. First up is someone who worked tirelessly this year producing the lip dub and the college video, as well as assisting on the SDA re-edit. She will be heading to Michigan State. Jaden Nisenson, welcome to the Wayne Hills TV Hall of Fame. There we go. Next is a student who has been with Mr. Hookstraight for all 4 years. He has accumulated over 340 hours of service to Wayne Hills TV, placing him second all time. He is only one of 4 students to announce all 4 years with Mr. Hookstraight. He will be heading to Emerson in Boston to study film. Jason Hook, welcome to the Wayne Hills TV Hall of Fame. Turn around, take a picture. You got to be on camera yourself now. Right, who am I introducing? Mr. Yost. And now for the Robotics Award, please welcome Mr. Robert Yost.
Good evening. I'm Mr. Yost, robotics teacher here at Hills. Tonight's Robotic Award recognizes a student who demonstrated above and beyond focus in the design, build, and presentation of a specialized robot for the 2024 Port Authority of New York, New Jersey Design Challenge. The award winner is Jackson Corbett.
Needing no introduction, but I'm going to do an introduction, Ms. Ventimiglia for the English Awards.
Welcome, everybody. Ms. Ventimiglia, Assistant Principal, Wayne Hills Class of 1998 alumni. I've been here far too long, but as head of the English department, I feel it's an obligation to tell a little story, so gather around, okay? 30 years ago, don't try to do the math, because I know I don't look like a day over 27, so how can something have taken place in my life 30 years ago? But perpend for a while. 30 years ago, I was a freshman here at Wayne Hills High School, and I got home from basketball practice one day and purchased her first Apple computer. Ooh. Right, now you have one in your pocket probably, right? And back then, the internet was this, great frontier that you had to pay like $4.95 an hour to go on. all right? So my brother monthly would rack up like $3,000 phone bills because he'd leave the dial-up on every night, right? And then pretend to my parents it didn't happen. So that was how we accessed the internet, and it was really kind of this specialized thing, and you had, you know, maybe the ability to search things, but not so much, and, you know, it was mainly like chat rooms and like clip art. Now you're getting ready to graduate at a time where the internet is almost completely free. You have access 24/7. It's not costing you $3,000 a month. And it's also a really interesting time in terms of information, access to information, and quite frankly, a really, you know, you're on the cusp because you're going to be really tempted over the next couple of years to, or you probably already have, use AI to generate things under the idea of efficiency, right? You're going to be bombarded with information as you already are, right? AI is getting smarter and faster, right? Deep fakes, you know, things on the internet. You're going to have to question everything. And if you don't, right, then you're doing yourself as a human being a great disservice. And I think that's one of the things that I hope you leave here with, especially what, you know, the purpose of teaching literature and writing and exploring those things here for the 4 years that, you know, maybe you didn't read the book all the time because you had the access to the internet. But I urge you to slow it down. Be discerning about the information coming to you, about what you hear and read and see out in the digital world, right? It's going to be on you guys to take the power of that technology and use it ethically, humanely, right? And with integrity in order to shape the world you're walking into, right? Because everybody's going to be able to jump on and create, right? You're going to be able to jump on and get things at your fingertips. But I urge you, take your time, be thoughtful and careful, do the work, do the critical thinking, do the speaking to other human beings. I know that that's like a really bizarre thing, to have a conversation and make eye contact and shake a hand, right? And, you know, I'll go so, like, you can make a phone call every now and then and hear a voice, right? But I urge you to get out there, because the thing that technology can't do is be a human being. It can try to be, but it can't be. So get out in the world, use what you've learned here to be a critical thinker, to be compassionate, and to do good things for humanity. And if you're techie, great. Try to teach that technology to be more humane and to be ethical and responsible, okay? Use that in your future. So I hope that, you know, all these recipients, in pursuing various aspects of English, literature, writing, Patriot Press, Mask and Gavel, that's the purpose of that, to teach us all to be better human beings. So that's what I want for you. And if nothing else, you can just come back here and like be the VP at your high school and give speeches to kids who are just like, come on, this is almost 2 hours now, we gotta go. Okay. But anyway, it is my great honor to present a series of awards here that reflect the 4 years and the work and hard work you guys have put into our English department and related fields. Our first award is the Ada Kriegman English as a Second Language Award, and that goes to Yushu Yang. Who is not here? Who is not here? Our English Department Award is selected by our English teachers for somebody who reflects the all of those things I just said: critical thinking, interest and pursuit in all things English, discussion, class discussion. This award goes to Austin Ruan. Our Fred P. Sharkey Award for English is named in honor of a former department chair, Mr. Fred Sharkey. And this award, again, captures the spirit of those who are passionate about English language arts, reading, literature, writing, and also intends to pursue that as a major in college. And this award goes to June Pate. Also not here. The next three awards are for English-related extracurricular activities. The first is our Lantern Literary Magazine Award, and our advisor for that is Mr. Scott Summers. And our selected recipient this year is Mr. Anthony Martinelli. Our Mask and Gavel Award is the voice of the Patriots in the morning, waking you up and making sure you pledge your allegiance and know all the important info at school. And that goes to Miss Ava Ruick. And lastly, we have our student-run journalism publication, our school newspaper, our Patriot Press. This year, we also, as part of our Patriot Press and journalism class, were awarded with an $11,000 grant, which we established the school's first podcast studio. And our student journalists really pursued that new field and did some interesting things with content and development in that emerging field as well. Ms. Scalacci is our advisor there, and her selections for the award are Miriam Awad and Emily Kozak. Emily's not here? There you go. Next up, with our Mathematics Awards, Mr. Jacob Cavens.
Good evening, good evening. First will be the Computer Science Award. So the Computer Science Award is given by the computer science faculty to the senior who demonstrates superior skill in coding. This student excelled in all computer classes to include our most advanced course involving data structures. The recipient of the Computer Science Award is Trevor Smith. Next up is the Mathematics Award. The Mathematics Award was created to provide a means for honoring a senior for outstanding achievement in the study of mathematics. This student excelled in every level of mathematics course offered at Wayne Hills to include our multivariable calculus class. The recipient for the Mathematics Award equals Ishan Sinha. My last award will be the Mathematics Competitions Award. Math contests provide students an educationally enriching opportunity to participate in an academically oriented activity and gain recognition for mathematical achievement. His efforts helped propel Wayne Hills to yet another New Jersey Math League Passaic County Championship, and our team was recognized as one of a few high-scoring schools in all of New Jersey. The recipient of the Mathematics Competition Award is Baslan Assad. And I will be replaced by Ms. Schleicher.
I have two quick science awards, and before I do that, let me add to Ms. Ventimiglia, to all of the graduates. There is an art in writing a thank you, so make sure you thank people, and a handwritten thank you always goes a long way. So I know our handwriting and our cursive skills are not the greatest. I sat through your SATs where you tried to write that statement in cursive, and we were writing on the board as you wrote, but a handwritten thank you goes a long way. So hopefully you can take that advice. We have two science awards that we are giving out, one in life science and one in physical science. To give, in order to qualify for these awards, There is a very complex formula that Dr. Anthony DeFina makes even more complex when he figures out the winners based on your participation in your classes that you've taken in AAP classes in the sciences. Both of these I can proudly say are going into the science field. Our Life Science Award is going to Angit Singh. And our Physical Science Award is going to Ishan Sinha. And I welcome to the stage Mr. Matt Paterno. No? Oh, Ms. Pascal.
Good evening. First, we're going to present the Wayne Hills Instrumental Music Award. Being an outstanding musician encompasses many characteristics, including technical ability, dedication, compassion, and an indomitable will to succeed. The Outstanding Instrumental Music Award for 2024 is presented to Summer Sripada. Up next is our Band Booster Senior Scholarship. Each year, our Band Booster organization is proud to recognize one student for their tireless effort and dedication. On behalf of our Band Booster organization, I am proud to present their 2024 Senior Scholarship to Miranda Hune. Up next is our Louis Armstrong Jazz Award. The Louis Armstrong Award is given to a senior who has helped blaze a trail for others to follow. His leadership, both as a student leader and as a musician, made him very important to our organization. We are proud to recognize with the 2024 Louis Armstrong Award, Edith Balaji. I'd like to invite Sergeant Harrison on stage to join me for the Semper Fidelis Award. The Marine Corps' motto, Semper Fidelis, means always faithful. This year's recipient has been just that to our band program. I am proud to present this year's Semper Fidelis Award to Sean Mobius. The Brian Dombrowski Helping Hand Award. Each year, our band gives a scholarship in memory of our friend and past Band Booster president, Brian Dombrowski. Brian was always willing to help in anything we needed and did it with a smile. I am proud to present this year's Brian Dombrowski Award to Evan Biller. Up next is the Beverly Coleman Award. Mrs. Beverly Coleman has been a member of the Wayne Hills band staff for over 46 years. Each year, we present an award in her honor and name a student who has shown the same dedication, caring, and organizational help to our band as she always does. This year, we are proud to present the Beverly Coleman Award to Sam Dorfman. Juk Che Sastra Memorial Scholarship. Our next award is an award we are proud to give to both honor and remember a great friend to the Wayne Hills Music Department. Chuck Sastre went out of his way to make our band program better, and so did this year's recipient. The 2024 J. Chuck Sastre Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Ryan Cialetti. And finally, the John Philip Sousa Award. John Philip Sousa is a name that recalls great concerts and famous bands from around the world. On behalf of our band members, I take great pride in presenting the 2024 John Philip Sousa Award to Brandon Huang.
I'd like to bring up now Dr. Glass with some choral awards.
Good evening again. On behalf of Ms. Palumbo and the rest of the music department, we have 2 vocal music awards. First, we have the Choral Commitment Award. This year goes to Faith Weisberg. Next, we have the Choral Outstanding Musicianship Award. This year's recipient is Gia Chacon. Next, we'd like to call up Ms. Castagna and Mr. Essie for some of our theater awards.
The theater kids are here. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am either Ms. Castagna or Mrs. Geronis, depending on when you pass through my classroom. I would like to say that about 50% of the stage sitting here to my right came through my ELA classroom in the 7th grade. Some of them waltzed through smiling and waved as they left. Some of them dragged themselves through, well, I think on fire and be eaten by sharks. But they're all here together celebrating what makes them special, what their strengths are, and that's an awesome thing to see. And I'm super proud of all of them, but especially the ones that survived 7th grade with me. Moving on, I am here tonight to give the Margaret Erdman Theater Excellence Award. Margaret Erdman was the first theater director of our Wayne Hills Theater Workshop nearly 60 years ago. This upcoming season will be Wayne Hills Theater 59th season, which is pretty crazy pants. The award is in memory of Margaret Erdman, who, like I said, was the teacher here. She passed away from cancer. And since that time, there's been an award in her name to give to students who show excellence in theater, which can be just about anything that happens on the stage. We have 2 award recipients tonight for this award. One young lady who I have not had the honor of knowing very long. She did not go to Scholar Colfax. But in the time that I have known her, has shown tremendous dedication to our program, taking any role that's been given to her, taking on responsibilities on and off the stage, slipping into roles when I've said, hey, someone had to drop out. You're doing this now. She goes, what? You have 2 weeks to learn the lines. Congratulations. Tremendous human being, wonderful person who I'm going to miss tremendously, Miss Bryn Buckley. You're just going to shake my hand? That's all I get? What? Come on.
Congratulations.
Our second recipient is a young lady I've known since she was about 10. I've had the honor of teaching 2 of the 3 of her siblings, and the 3rd sibling, she's around, she helps, she's pretty awesome too. But this young lady and I, seems we've been together forever, and I might cry a little bit because I'm very super sad, super proud, but super sad that she's leaving us. Again, has taken on many roles in the theater, not only as a performer, but also as our stage manager, which is an incredibly demanding job. I really don't have words for how hard it is to stage manage a high school show. And everything she's done with grace. And I hope that we have many years of laughter ahead of us now as friends, since you're leaving as a student, Gia Ciccone. for the Tech Theater Award, I would like to introduce my colleague, our musical director, and a former student of mine who I gave the Margaret Urban Theater Award to in 2012, because it's been that long, Mr. Eddie Essie.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Good evening. Thank you, Mr. Ruick, for having me here tonight. And as Mr. Joyner said, my name is Edward Essie. I'm the general music teacher at Tunis School. I direct the musical here, the musical portion of that here at Wayne Hills, and I'm a proud member of the class of 2012. The theater holds a special place for everyone. As a patron or a performer, it is easy to see the amount of time and energy that goes into a performance. One of the most important components of any performance is not what happens on the stage, but rather what happens behind the scenes. This award is going to a student who has spent countless hours working behind the scenes, programming lights and microphones for us. As a production staff, Ms. Dronis and I put a lot of trust in this student to make sure things get done smoothly and effortlessly, and it always works out beautifully. We are so lucky to have this person, and this person will be truly missed. Next year, he will be attending Caldwell University. We're very, very proud to announce that the Theater Arts Tech Award goes to Mr. Sean Mobius. Congratulations.
Thank you. Up next are our World Language Awards with Ms. Ventimiglia.
Me again. Mr. Essie and I have been inadvertently twinning our outfits since 2012 as well. There's a photo array in my office if you don't believe me. One of the other hats that I wear here at Wayne Hills is I am the head of the World Language Department. And just before I say that, I hope everybody's not actually taking notes, God forbid it's June of senior year, but noticing at the very least a theme here, not only of the community members when they presented the scholarships and their, connections of, Wayne Hills, dedication to their town and community, alumni, but how many teachers and school staff are also, members of the Wayne community or went to Wayne Hills and are coming back, and it's very meaningful, right? Mr. Essie, myself, Mr. Ronis' dad was here as a teacher too, so there's a lot of connection and commitment. So when you leave, don't be afraid to come back and give back in that way too. So I just hope you guys have noticed and take note of that, because they're not empty words that we say up here. We truly will miss you all, and we truly are interested in where you go in life. So please make sure you bring some of that back, that good stuff back here. So without further ado, our World Language Awards, our French Award, we have two recipients, Mr. Brandon Huang and Ethan Russ. Our Italian Award recipients, Sabrina Coppola and Callie Ing. And our Spanish Award we have for our native Spanish speaker, Miss Ariana Array, who's also going to Penn State, so yay. And our non-native Spanish Award to Rebecca Simon Wainick. And now to present our World Studies Award, Miss Calliope Logothetis, also a Wayne Hills alumni.
Thank you, everyone. Good evening. The following award is presented to a senior to recognize their outstanding academic achievement and dedication to our social studies program. Their passion for social studies is evident in their commitment to excellence and insightful and historical analysis and contemporary events. The Social Science Award for 2024 is presented to Ariana Ray. The following award is presented to a student who excels in government studies and has demonstrated a profound interest and engaging in both academic and extracurricular activities related to politics. It is through their dedication to studying government and outstanding contributions to political discourse inside and outside of the classroom that has set them apart as a future leader in the field. The Political Science Award for 2024 is presented to June Pike.
Next up are our Physical Education Awards, and the first award is for the Physical Education Student of the Year, female, and that goes to Anya Hogan. And our Physical Education Student of the Year, male recipient is Carmine Aliota. And finally, our Physical Education Service Student of the Year, Abdullah St. Paul. Now for our Activities Awards, I'd like to bring up again Sergeant Harrison for our Distinguished Athlete Award.
The Athletic Achievement Award is designed to recognize high school varsity athletes who display courage, poise, self-confidence, and leadership on and off the field, and who are exemplary citizens and positive role models for younger students. Award recipients are not necessarily the best athletes, but instead are those who are the most inspirational or who display the greatest determination and will to win, which are all Marine-like attributes. This year's recipient is Sienna Schuster.
Hoorah. Next up is the New Jersey State Interscholastic Athletic Association Scholar Athlete Award. And that winner is Kara Langbaum. Our Passaic County Student Athlete of the Year Award for female is Ms. Kara Langbaum. She's got to save her energy for the States. The Passaic County Student Athlete of the Year Award for male is Michael Brogna. I'd like to bring up Ms. Kindler to present the Student Dance Association Awards and Scholarships.
Hello, good evening. Welcome and congratulations to all the graduates, all the awards and scholarships. There's so many of you on stage I recognize. Congratulations. I am the advisor for Student Dance Association. For those of you who don't know Student SDA, it's a time-honored tradition here at Wayne Hills. It's a dance program that splits the school into two different colors, and they perform against each other. So it goes without saying that we have some strong, fabulous dancers. The first young lady that I'd like to talk about is one of our leaders for one of the teams. We have our white overall, Sydney Heltzer. Sydney has been dancing her heart out throughout the last 4 years. She was a white jazz captain for 2 years in a row, and she's our white overall. I knew, and she was one of our, actually all of our seniors here were our COVID babies, where they performed SDA at that crazy time during COVID, and she was one of them. So she stuck with us, and she was white overall, and I'd like to present an award to you for white overall. Congratulations. And she's still dancing. Probably you have to leave tonight to go dancing, tomorrow night. Our next award goes to our other overall. She also has been dancing for 4 years with us. I mean, she's been dancing her whole life. Jaden Nisenson. Jaden was a COVID baby. She was a Maroon Jazz captain 2 years in a row. Come on over here. Maroon Jazz captain 2 years in a row, Maroon overall this year. Her and Sydney are best friends, and that's pretty fabulous. So they were overalls together. Jaden has also been very wonderful in helping with our interview process and being part of our tryouts. Her leadership has really been second to none, and I want to congratulate you. We're going to miss you and Sydney both. It was a wonderful show, and congratulations. The next awards go to two young ladies that I would like to talk about together, because these two were always together. Miss Ava Ruick and Miss Olivia Gialinella. Ava is my president, and Olivia was my vice president. They were always together, and what's really wonderful, and this is what I want to share first, that these young ladies weren't necessarily the closest of friends, and they became extremely close, and I think that's really wonderful. SDA does bring a lot of people together, so I love that. These young ladies, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes with SDA, from just creating the tickets to monitoring the music and the songs. These young ladies created the whole idea of the theme and decorated the gym, and anytime I had a question, I would have to come to them, and the maturity with these young ladies, unbelievable. They really made decisions that were tough and made the show fabulous, and I think this was one of our best shows ever. So I'm gonna miss you guys tremendously, and I hope you all come back for next year's show. Congratulations on your award. The show is amazing, thanks to those 4 leaders. And I see so many of my SDA captains up here and performers, so really congratulations. I have one more award. This award goes to a young man who you've heard his name mentioned so many times already. And it's really funny because I'm thinking, he has done so much in the last 4 years working on sound and lighting. He has done so much with SDA. He's been to all 4 SDA shows running the sound. I really believe that he's my boss. I'm not his. He has done so much for every club here. Really, every club should be giving him an award, because without him, probably most of the productions wouldn't go on as smoothly as they have. He's the president of Sound and Lighting, and he organizes all of the students under him. He does trainings. He will help with anything. And really, it's amazing to me that not only is he unbelievable in sound and lighting and band and theater and everything else, he's also an EMT, and he's going to be going to school for nursing. We're going to truly miss this young man. I'm proud to present an award to Sean Mobius. How many does that make? A dozen? Not too many. Congratulations. And congratulations to all of you parents. You should be so proud of these fine young men and women. Congratulations.
And now for our final night's award, and this goes to our class president, someone I've known for 18 years. And I'm not going to bore you with all those things as a father, but I am extremely proud of her. And I'll try not to get choked up, but Miss Ava Ruick. I'd like to thank all the community members and anybody who donated to these scholarships, especially to Mr. Epstein, both Epstein brothers and the WF and all the community members. Thank you all. Have a great night. Be safe. God bless. Take care.
God bless.